Hey everyone, rather Incoherent here, and I want to slow down and breathe for a second, take stock of the situation, because we sort of skimmed over a lot of things, played a little bit sloppily, didn't catch everything that was happening in the past few episodes, because we've been sort of blitzing through wars. Now that's not to say we're not going to keep blitzing through wars. The moment I unpause time, Caronia and Lithuania, they're going down. They don't deserve to be independent. But let's stay paused for a while and talk about some stuff that I've missed. So, first of all, my family tree is massive. I have 61 living descendants. It's too much to handle. But in that family tree, you can see over here, Carl of Carl's Host, the Viking I was hanging out with for a lot of last episode. I saw him pillaging around all over Northern Europe. He's actually my grandson from Ulfhildr. So, good on him. He's living up to the family name. I don't see any other host rulers running around in my family tree, so I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that whoever was running the host previously got slapped down by Germany or something, and they're now actually just living a normal life. I believe it was Sverker, and the only Sverker I can find in my family is just living a normal life as a courtier at my court like everyone else. My court at this point is probably just exclusively my kids, just 100 of my kids. I'm basically the fucking phrase at this point, aren't I? Shit, I didn't want to think about it like that, but I guess I am. So, next up on the docket, George is no longer my most successful child. He is, instead, the 6th member of this dynasty to die. He, unfortunately, seems to have had his face ripped off, and he then succumbed to the injuries at 32. His daughter, Aldbor, succeeds him as the Duchess of Pentiev, which is sad, but, I mean, I wasn't much older than her when I came to the throne. Who knows? Maybe by the time that she's an octogenarian, she'll have conquered all of mainland Europe. And last up on the family agenda, Geir these days is wearing a ridiculous wolf hat, just like everyone else, because Geir is one of the 4 heroes of the Wolf Warriors. Unfortunately, he's not quite good enough just now to succeed me when I die. Hopefully by the time I die, he'll pass up King Ael and he'll be number 1 on the succession list. Now, on the subject of me dying, I'm only a couple months off of switching back to hunting. I can do that at the end of October. Once I do that, I'll get another health, and if I can survive long enough, I think I can actually get a new dog. So I still think I'm gonna die, like, any fucking day now. It's gotta be a massive chance per tick for me to die these days. I'm shocked I've made it this far, but I'm not gonna start intentionally trying to kill myself. I'm going to select hunting as soon as I can, and try desperately to stay alive and do more. Now, succession was really fucky last time, jumping all over the place back and forth. At some point, I ended up cutting this because I ended up debating about what to do a lot. I just went through the list of voters and just sent everyone gifts. I just sent everyone money. I sent most of the money, rather. I'm going to do that again now, make sure that actually everyone has been given money. And, like, I don't think this is particularly optimal. I'm 100% sure this is wrong, actually. However, like, what is 700 gold to me? I'm not going to think about it. 700 gold is nothing to me, really. So I'm just going to do it, because it sort of makes sense to me, and it could be a good thing. And I'd rather, like, play slightly suboptimally and maybe really, really well than just not do it and be slightly less interesting, right? And another thing that I didn't really show, let's actually go over the Treasury, because I've taken a few things. So I've got Masterful Short Sword 2. Apparently it was created the day it was given to me. They literally made it for me. That's pretty fucking cool, actually. I thought somebody had just given me something that they had they thought was good. Alright, that's neat. It's objectively worse than Fury for actually, like, ruling a nation and leading a battle. However, it's better for personal combat and better for leading the center. So, that's interesting to think about. I'm gonna keep Fury equipped, though. At some point, I've stolen the Finger of St. John. Forever ago, I stole my rival's skull. I'm wearing the Filker's crown. This is the book I wrote about one of my rivals. This is the suit of armor that we've named Immortal. We stole someone's golden hand. Sadly, you'll be destroyed when I die, but it is pretty funny. Here's our new axe, Ravager. It's really about the same as Fury, isn't it? 1015, 0.75, 210. It's literally the same as Fury. And the Magnificent Painting we stole is basically trash. Magnificent Painting makes it sound so much better than it is. Now, normally I would be pillaging for money. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to send these guys over to this coast, and I'm going to start pillaging down these sea tiles here. And I'm going to actually go further into their land where I don't even get the rewards for pillaging them and just destroy everything, burn it to the fucking ground all the way. To that end, I'm going to start walking my other retinues around this way. And shortly, we're going to go to war with this. If I can, I would like to form some more kingdoms before I die. I think we can make Lithuania in my lifetime. And I would really like to do that. It's sort of arbitrary, but look at this. Venetia, Finland, Nordriki, Norger, Sweden. That's 5. Estonia, Lithuania, Denmark, Saxony, Wales. That's 10. I would really like to make 10 kingdoms in one lifetime. I think that's the last thing that Thordor Blackskull can do with his life. Like, don't get me wrong, founding the Empire of Scandinavia is impressive, but conquering 10 kingdoms feels like so much more. And I think we can do it. So, I'm going to unpause time, and I'm going to try to go over there and raise them to the ground. But between the constant management of children and my inevitable death, we'll see how far we can actually get in one video. I've got a new kid, Gareth Gormsdotter, who is sickly and unimpressive. Oh man, speaking of kids. Oh hell yeah, Sigbjorn Bertelsson is a genius. I'm alright with Sigbjorn. I'm losing it. I can't control the rage. Actually, I can control the rage. I'm lying to you. So now that we have this boat filled with dudes, I don't actually need to raise this. This is my lowest priority in terms of pillaging. But I mean, they can't stop me, right? They've got tiny baby levies. They've got tiny baby levies. I'll still pillage them. There's no real reason not to, yeah? Somebody else has failed to control their rage. It wasn't me this time. George's sister has declared a revolt against George's daughter. The world really is too cruel for children. So let's see what these stacks are before we hop onto land. The biggest one's only 900. Actually, I'm overthinking this. So I was like trying to figure out the math on where to jump this guy best. But the reality is I can just like send 1,000 guys there to pillage and everyone else where he's going. Somebody just got poisoned, I think. Gorm Garrison has just been assassinated on the orders of Wallstrud. Is that your wife? Yeah. Sorry about that. Look, not every match is a match made in heaven. I do what I can with what I'm given, guys. Sometimes it doesn't work out. A little bit awkward. Let's move on. So the 2,000 moves to intercept. And we're going to just start fanning out people to every other tile. Leave behind about 1,000, send the rest back to the boats. Now that doesn't look like enough to win, even if it beats me. Yeah, like, once my guys get to the boats, I'm just going to reinforce. It doesn't even matter. Like, I think they'll get there before me, but all these guys on the boats just pop back off the boats. This doesn't work. Did we just capture, like... No, we just captured a count. That's fine. That's not as funny. So, leave behind the biggest stack, whoever that is. We're going to send another tiny stack to Gdansk. I've got no idea how you pronounce that series of consonants. It takes more than 600 to pillage some of these places, because they aren't raising their levies. We'll sort it out shortly. Captured yet more people. Okay, we're now pillaging this entire thing to the ground, finally. Nope, still not pillaging all of it down. That'll be enough, but now you need help again. Alright, yeah, so I'm going to just go through one by one, pillage all of these places completely down. It's going to take me a bit. Send the Inquisition, Old Germanic is dead Germanic. Once these guys get down, I'll start trying to raid with them too. So I'm just splitting this into 2 stacks of 3,000 because I can't do this entire section in one go anyway. And because there are some pretty massive, like, guards here. This is almost 2,000. That should handle itself on its own. We just need to slowly pillage down all of this to get it to the point where we can actually conquer them. And hilariously, what might end up happening is we just weaken them enough that the Magyars conquer the land, but I'll find that funny, so it's fine. Are you in my jail? Yep. I wonder if they're more valuable when I ransom them because I've given them good educations. 7 people for 209 gold seems like a good deal. Oh my god. Oh, we did it. We managed to get 3 bloodlines in one lifetime just because we refused to fucking die. The legend of Thordor the Black Skull. Many brave Norsemen sail from Scandinavia in search for glory and riches in the prosperous lands of the West. Only a few return from their travels as heroes, but even their stories pale in comparison to mine. My palace is filled with the countless trophies I have gathered through a lifetime of endless plundering. I have laid waste to scores of towns, killed thousands, brought entire realms to their knees. The land dwellers scare children by telling stories about my exploits, while the skalds of Scandinavia swear that I must be the son of an Aesir, animated by an unquenchable thirst for blood and conquest. I am no mere raider, become known as the founder of yet another bloodline, giving the following effects: plus 3 personal combat, plus 5 opinions of sea kings and sea queens, organize raids faster and more fruitful. Honestly, that's a pretty shit bloodline, but it is a damn nice message. That's why I've been refusing to die, I guess. I'm probably going to kill over in like 2 days. Speaking of, I forgot to switch off from more focus to hunting. I'm bad at the game. They're taking attrition. I don't want them to take attrition. If I split them any lower, they won't be able to siege. Have I mentioned I hate pagans? Do I have a non-aggression pact with you? I do. I've married his children. Well, that's awkward. Alright, stop trying to pillage his lands. You literally can't. Shit. That is one of the downsides of combing the entire world for anyone with good genetics. You might inadvertently give people defensive packs. As soon as I die, that's probably going to break, in which case this guy is absolutely boned once Dag takes the throne. I don't think this battle is going to go well for him. That math doesn't seem to check out to me. So Asbjorn needs to go into something. He's going to go into Thrift. Hopefully he gets quick, and that'll make him actually a useful character. All of those raids are finishing, so we're going to start heading east. This guy's just getting murdered by attrition, but whatever. It's fine. He's still going to get the pillaging done. I'm not going to wait for these last 2, I think. They're relatively small garrisons to begin with. I'm just going to send these back. It appears that they've suddenly brought all of their armies to bear here, so I'm just going to pop off the boats and fix this. I should probably look at those kids, huh? I should probably give, like, the smallest of shits. Do I take the attrition tick, or do I escape onto the boats? That is a lot of kids being born suddenly. It looks like I escaped, but I kind of got moved around a bit. Oh, that's not even close! Yes! Knowledge is power. Get a great library. Increase spread rate. Alright, that's all of this place sieged down. We can finally move on with our lives and declare war on these bastards. Oh, she's ugly. It's her only trait is that she's ugly. It's very sad. Go into Thrift. Maybe you'll become quick and ugly. Honestly, I can't imagine a more appropriate way for Sigrid to die than fighting a wild animal. It's like, yeah, killed because she was doing some dumb thing she shouldn't have been doing. That sounds about right. I am sad to see Sigrid go, though. Apparently at some point her husband had his face ripped off, which is unfortunate. But I mean, so was the dying. I guess the dying was a bit worse than the losing of the face. So these guys should have absolutely shit levies now. Yeah, 800. Sick double duke with your 800 levies. Betrothed can marry, go for it. I can't help but notice this person's a high chiefess. Let me just let time tick for a second to see. Yeah, that's a regular marriage. So this woman that I married ended up inheriting land at some point. So at some point I'm going to lose control of Magnus then. By some point I mean like right now, because he's going to be in her court, right? Yep. Oh, that's unfortunate. I wish I'd stop giving my children land in unforeseeable ways. It's fine. House Falk is a pretty cool name with a pretty, like, decent logo, I guess. I do not have a non-aggression pact with the Lithuanian kingdom. Or the Lithuanian duke, rather, yeah? Yeah. So we're going to get into his land and start pillaging him. And in the meantime, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's just a straight walk and assault through all their land. Easy peasy. I don't know. What levies? Stop being raised. Apparently I had 159 levies somewhere. Alright, take 2. We're going to walk into their land. We're going to inform them, yes, I'm here for everything you own. Actually, I'm not here for everything you own. I wish I were. The chiefdoms he actually has are Kuavia and Prussia. Prussia will be 4 counties. Pomerania would be 2. Kuavia would be 2. So we're going to declare war for Prussia. And he's going to fucking die. Those are the rules. Captured some dudes. Got all our best leaders here. First war complete. Or first assault, rather. Captured some more dudes. Next assault. Next assault. And they really don't stand much of a chance. We're taking attrition ticks here. How big are the attrition ticks we're taking? 2.8%? We're just going to let that happen as opposed to splitting them up, since we'd have to deal with this 1100 stack if we split up. And we're just going to keep walking through, assaulting everything. It's going to be a very tough war. They really stand a chance of stopping us. I promise, this isn't a walkover. The rest of the world's coming to save them. Byzantium will be here any second now. You just wait until the Pope and all of his Muslim friends get here. They're going to be so mad at you. It really is just sad, right? Like, I at some point thought, I can't take this guy on. He has too much land. It's like, nah. Just requires a couple extra steps. Almost literally, to be honest. It's almost a bad joke. Anyway, good war. Very, very close. I suppose I should tell these children what I want from them out of life. You're strong, and I want you to be smart, too. And you're, well, shit, I guess you're gonna be good at fighting. It's really about all I can do with that, huh? This kid could be good at fighting or good at stewardship. We're gonna send him on fighting, though, because, I mean, 2's bigger than 1. I mean, that's bulletproof logic, right? I'm really surprised I didn't need to hit these 3 at all. Domain too big, as always. Usurp that title. Child needs to focus again. Go into thrift. I'm just going to start defaulting thrift. It takes too much effort. So, I've decided that I already don't have control of Magnus. Because he's married to somebody who's going to have this land, which means he's going to stay out of my court until his wife dies, and I don't want to kill his wife. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to make Magnus actually be landed. I'm going to make Magnus into the king of... Oh, right, I can't. Right, If I actually try to give him things... Oh, wait, I can. I could have sworn that Gavelkind stopped me from giving him multiple titles. I could have sworn that Gavelkind meant that I couldn't do this. Well, if it's letting me, I'm going to. Maybe it's only, like, immediate family members that you can't give multiple pieces of land to? That's probably what it is. Magnus is probably far enough away that the rules don't apply to him. So Magnus can have this land. That'll help my family dynasty soar a bit. Because I've already lost control of him, no point pretending I haven't. So, I still want to play as Dag, I think that'll be interesting. But by making my genius grandson into a duke, I may have created a very real contender. We'll see how the votes go. So neither of these have any substantial number of people in them. I can just hit them with a stack of 1,000 each, no problem. In fact, all of this land is kind of devoid of people. There's 1,000 here in Villainous, but that's it. I should put actual good commanders in charge of this so that the fight goes well for me, as opposed to, like, literally not having commanders. I'm going to split this in half, send one to each county, because that's just enough to siege them down. I'm going to trust that that 3,000 can handle it. I'm going to send 2,000 here, and I'm just going to keep the rest of my guys just sort of standing around, waiting to see if they need to do anything. So let's begin the second conquest. Oh, hey, that's 1,200 guys. Thus ends the standing around, go reinforce. Put commanders in charge, send more people. This fight should be a walkover. My marshals are doing good stuff, that's great. Both of these fights are being won handily. We're not sacrificing people to Odin, he knows. 1.1% attrition doesn't matter, 5% attrition basically doesn't matter. This fight really wasn't much of a challenge, but I was worried about the river crossing penalties. Leave 1,000 here, put 1,000 there, and get the 2,000 to just leave immediately. Put 1,000 on each tile. So there's a bit of attrition going on, but we're just going to hang out, stand around, take the attrition. Is that the king? He looks badass. No, he's just some random dude without an eye. I'm very easily convinced that you're badass by missing an eye, apparently. Alright, so we've already finished these two raids, that's great. I think Lithuania is going to go down a lot easier than Coronia did. This is just a lot sadder, really. Right, I need to read these kids. At the end of the episode, I'll go through and show all of the new kids, because I'm just not paying attention to them, I'm sorry. They're just so fucking spammy. If my family wasn't so massive, it would be different. This is the army coming back, so I'm actually just going to move to fight it. I appear to have been outmaneuvered by the AI. It's fine. A little bit embarrassing, but fine. Like, that required no thought for me to do well. I just wait until they get locked, and I just didn't do that. And once again, I just needed to wait for the AI to lock, and I didn't do it. Why am I so bad at the game? It's fine. None of this matters. It's going to be a walkover no matter what. Just keep saying those words until you don't feel embarrassed anymore. As your men return from looting the holding, one of them hands you an axe with a strange purple sheen and a plus etched into the handle, followed by the number 2. Add +2 axe to the treasury of Velcor Thordor. I feel stronger. Neat. Can we assault these down at this point? Do I have to keep fucking around with this? I hope we can assault these down. I'm so done. I'm just pressing the assault button and hoping it works, so they're pretty far down on the bar. Yeah, we can. We took catastrophic losses on one of those, but it's fine. I just can't be bothered to spend that time. End to thrift. I'm not looking at you anymore. Everyone gets thrift and no one gets thoughts. Hey, how many retinues have I lost? Only a couple. I'm totally fine with that, considering how carelessly I've been using them in this war. So let's get everyone out of here first, and then I can start thinking about things. Waldenesian heresies are popping up in all of my lands, which is kind of annoying, because I'm not even Christian. Yes, marry the betrothed. I don't really care. So, declare war. This is a 1 tile. This is 2 tiles, and Lithuania itself is only 3 tiles. So, a slight problem is this defensive pact I have, sort of, kind of results in me being unable to form the Kingdom of Lithuania. Between Gorm and Daira, huh? Let's go sort that out. So, how do people feel about killing this woman? Mixed opinions, I guess? There's enough people that are willing to do it that it looks like it's going to happen. Word will probably get out. I want to conquer Lithuania, though. Now, speaking of, let's conquer Lithuania. We're going to Holy War Lithuania, take these 3 counties. In the meantime, we're going to assassinate the defensive pact that is protecting this man. Alright, so let's actually just blitzkrieg all of this down. This is the opposite of paused. I'm terrible at the game. Did I say blitzkrieg? I meant AFK. Alright, that was a little bit awkward. Variety of misplays there. Your toggle looter, please stop being that way. It's just sort of a hassle, because I've got my people in all different locations. Like, it's not super dangerous, it's just extra steps. 19 days? That is a lot of defenders. I don't care how old You know what? I'm 75. I've been alive for 3/4 of a century. You win. You don't have to berserk anymore. I'm willing to let it end. Oh hey, I'm actually the one taking the initiative this time. 210%, goddamn! I knew that not many people had high plot power, but there were a lot of them. I didn't realize there were this many. Also, correct me if I'm wrong. Queen Mathild, the daughter of Hell, who has 1 eye, is in jail and still trying to support the plot. Yes. My steward keeps fucking up. I should probably replace them. Are they important? Kind of. They are comically bad as a steward. They're actually hilariously inept. I've been paying attention to war score. It's possible I had 99% and could have ended it earlier than that. So we immediately usurp this title. Split these into 2 stacks so that they take less attrition when winter gets here and I forget about them. Sadly, it's not my steward that died. Welcome aboard, Kraka. You love me. That's all I need to know. We're going to give Magnus Lithuania 2. So this is fairly awkward. Okay, so this is kind of awkward. I really want to form Lithuania, and I need 2 more counties to do it. And I mean, I irrationally want to do it. This is really important to me for some inexplicable fucking reason. However, I can't get those 2 counties from Curonia because our assassination plot hasn't fired yet, so I have a defensive pact with them. That really leaves me with only one option for getting those 2 counties, and that is truce breaking the former High Chief of Lithuania. Now, I don't want to truce break the High Chief of Lithuania. I don't want pagan rulers, which is my rulers, to dislike me. But I don't think I can really avoid that. The fact is, I'm 75, I'm about to die, and I need to do this. I am too old to worry about the future. I have founded 3 bloodlines. I have more children than are in most complete dynasties. I can't not do this. I'm forming the 10th kingdom. This is important to me. Apparently this land is still sieged by me, which should make it a quick war, I guess. What? I failed to kill you, though, didn't I? Apparently I'm terrible at reading. I was about to say something very different than what apparently actually happened. Hey, you. Does that mean that we aren't friends anymore? Because I'm pretty sure... Oh, yeah, that dissolves the defensive pact. Well, in that case, I'm just not going to truce break. That was well timed. Yeah, sure. Betrothal goes through. Yeah, okay. So, I don't need to truce break anymore. I can just walk in, walk the loop, and kill them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all connected. Super fucking easy to do. Excellent. I can die moderately light without breaking a truce against a fellow pagan. Also, Gorm, do you want a new wife, or are you good? Is that traumatic enough for you that you don't want to keep playing the game? Because, like, I get it if you want to stop, if you're kind of confused about, the whole me killing your wife thing. Did you have kids with her? Oh, that's awkward. You upset about it? Yeah. That's a pretty valid reason to be upset with me. Well, let's find him a new genius wife. Well, the youngest genius is 38. I may have cleared out that field, so let's go to attractive instead. Yeah, that's a lot more doable. So, arranged marriage between you and Gorm. Alright. Come on. This won't take much time. I can do this. Declare the war. Whichever one takes the most land. That takes 1 tile. No, thank you. Lithuania would take 2. Croatia would also take 2. We're going to declare war for the coastal tile, I think. That's not part of Lithuania. Because since this guy already has the Duchy of Lithuania, he should be, like, appropriately mad about it and actually take this on his own if I don't do it for him. So we're going to declare Holy War for Croatia. We're going to just wreck his shit. It's not going to be close. Yeah, we got someone married. Next. Come on, I just need to live a couple more days. It's months now. God, that assault hurts me. Assaulting 2,000 defenders is a little bit fucking rough. Alright, these last two... Alright, that last one has 1,200. And I'm basically out of morale, unfortunately. The Shia have appeared. I'm going to let the first siege tick go by so that my morale can finish, and then I'm going to take catastrophic losses on this assault. Oh, we need 8 more days anyway. That's 100% fuck you, rest of the world. Good game, not even close, bitch. That's 10 kingdoms. We fucking did it, boys. Go to the kingdom page, form the Kingdom of Lithuania. Congratulations, grandson, you're the only person I've ever given anything worth having to. How badly are my retinues fucked from that? I didn't actually stack like more than 2 of them, again. That's amazing. Move the boat over, we'll actually just give them a trip back home. We're just going to re-raise our military levies and actually bring them over. We're going to have to pillage with these guys for a bit on account of basically killing all of my retinues. That was a little bit nasty, but it had to be done. I needed 10 kingdoms, now I can die in peace. Alright, there was kind of 1,100 gold on this boat. I forgot about that. Alright, so merge the retinues. This should be all retinue. If I try to disband it, it's like, yes, this is nothing but retinue. Good. Toggle all of the tribes to pillager. Hop on the boats. Sigurdur wants to join the Varangian Guard. I will always allow this. The Inquisition has failed! What will we do? Let's pick up the rest of our dudes, set them to pillaging too. Also, we should probably split these into smaller stacks, because they'll eventually grow up to be massive. They aren't right now, but they'll get there. And if I just leave a 20k stack somewhere, it's going to die to attrition. I sometimes forget that I am still in pagan lands, even in my capital. I've just realized that I can usurp the Jarldom of Kurland, so I've done that. I'm giving it over to Magnus of Lithuania. And, shit. Are there some decisions I should be making? Is Geir still alive? Hey, Geir. There's a decision I need to make. It's the Blood Games, bitch! And you know what? Is there's anyone in prison who can be ransomed? You want to go now. I'm going to hold a great blot. I feel like doing that. We can search for another smith. Yeah, we're going to get more weapons. Someday we'll get a tier 4 weapon. And hey, look at that! Germany's not burnt to the ground. Somebody needs to fix that. Only my most vicious commanders will do. Unfortunately, in his old age and his cancer, Gear isn't doing what he might have done in his youth. He capped out at around 185, but we're gonna keep sending him. I'll give him the best that gold can buy, not that he needs it. To the filthy pirate Thordor. I'll have you know I'm the founding father of filthy pirates, you son of a bitch. Right, great blot, let's sacrifice some kids. Rip. So we're just carpet bombing out to take all of this. I don't expect to siege down anything in France, and probably not in Austrasia either, but I will skim the top gold and hop back in the boat. Let the blood start flowing. Oh hey, it's one of the leaders of the peasant revolt! How'd that work out for you? More blood for the gods, I knew he was the chosen one. Gear's like fucking 59, isn't he? Gear's 59, riddled with cancer for a decade now, still winning the blood games every couple of years. How many did he survive? Blood Tournament X6. It's disgusting. We're gonna sacrifice this, whoever this is. Just some girl who got stolen in the conquest of Ireland, I would guess. Oh, whoa. Udo, why are you here? Why are you ruining my plans? Germany is mine. I thought we all agreed that I get to pillage Germany. At my great blot, Queen Malmfrid the Quarreler, Queen of Sweethyard, which is kind of an awkward title for anyone since I'm really obviously the King of Sweethyard. Just vomited all over somebody. That was a memorable feast. Yes, that was the most interesting thing that happened, apparently. So we've successfully punched him off. We're going to immediately jump on him again, because we're supposed to be conquering this. Previously, there were several tiles where I would try to pillage them and nothing would happen. I think I can see what's happening here. I think I can see the problem. Hey, King Theodoric, what kind of pacts do you have? No, he's got a defensive pact against me. I'm not pillaging any of his lands. I'm very confused about what's happening here in Germany. Accept the betrothal. Open council positions, my advisor's dead again. I'll make Aletta my advisor, just in case being an advisor is an assassination target. I don't want to make Magnus my advisor. I can probably pass a law. I've lived forever. So, yes I can. Hey, council, what do you think of this? Well, that's unfortunate, so somebody's gotta go. You know what, Sverker's been messing shit up forever. He's not a particularly good council member. Magnus is a much better steward and a loyalist. So he gets to be my new council member. And now we head over to my council. 4 yeses, 3 nos, it passes, sounds good to me. Now, about this Germany situation, because I don't really understand why we aren't raiding Germany. So, we don't have a defensive pact with the guy at the bottom. And yeah, he's in a defensive pact versus me. We have no allegiance to Germany. I'm actually going to look this up, because I'm very confused. I'm going to save and reload and see if this fixes it while I keep reading up on it. I'm very confused. Alright, I have no idea why we can't raid here. I saw someone mention one thing about losing a major battle causing you to not be able to raid for like 5 years. So maybe that battle I lost against Germany, but I can't find anyone else backing that up as a mechanic. I've never thought about it or seen this before. Whatever's happening, I can't raid Germany, so I'm going to move on with my life. We are going to finish raiding Ghent, though, just because we're pretty much already done. Invite the weaponsmith to my court. I want a lance. I don't have one yet. Pop back into the boat now that you're done with that. Child needs a focus. And this child's good at fighting, not much else, so that's where they're going. I won't go into battle with anything but the very best. Nomad settled. Blah, 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 blah. No one cares. So, let's catch up on some things that I missed throughout this video. First, if we just go to my dynasty and search by age, I have a lot of new kids that I wasn't paying attention to. So I remember Sigbjorn. I don't remember Total being quick, but we appear to have a new quick son. And we can just look at the genetics from here. All of these people were trash. However, there's an important question. Oh, thank God, one of them was Jyla's kid. Finally. It only took you 12 years. Sorry, your kid's 1. It only took you 11 years, but you had a fucking child. Thank you. Okay. Bookmark this kid. Unbookmark you. let's figure out the marriages. It looks like Alvor died frothing at the mouth. She apparently caught rabies at 14 and died. That's a bit rough, so we're relying on Odor here. Odor is being betrothed to Skuld. In 8 years, he will marry her. Even though it doesn't matter for dynasty reasons if this is matrilineal, it has to be matrilineal for bloodline reasons. This is very important. Making the marriage matrilineal is what makes the bloodlines pass down regardless of standard inheritance types. They effectively become universal lines and ignore whether or not they're supposed to be a patrilineal line or a matrilineal line temporarily during the matrilineal marriage. So while we're collecting all of them onto one character, we need to keep doing matrilineal marriages even when it's not strictly relevant during inbreeding. Which leaves Geir Gwenson and Thordis Gwensdalter. One of them needs to marry Katarina. It's obviously going to be the guy. So, let's arrange that betrothal now. Yep, that's the unpronounceable name. Put it through. Okay, so my special interest is now all of the people involved with these marriages. If one of them dies, hopefully it'll be somebody I have a replacement for. If not, that'll be a pain in the ass. We'll have to get the bloodline again. These are sort of long-term plans, and there's just a chance for them to fail. It's rough. Sometimes they catch rabies and die, you know? But as of now, if everything goes according to plan, then 16 years from today, we will be producing kids with 3 bloodlines from outside of the dynasty in both of these marriages. Then, we'll marry those kids together. They will in turn produce kids who have 6 bloodlines from outside the dynasty, and we will marry those kids back into the main line. Which is going to take us, like, probably 40-ish, 50-ish years total. But we're basically out of wars to wage, so we may as well, right? Our retinues are already back up to over 8,000. It's sort of insane how quickly they regrow when you have this many individual units of it. Next time we'll work out how best to approach France. Spoiler alert, it's to get off next to them and walk into them. That's how it's going to go down. I think we're out of wars. I know I've said that before. I've lied to you before, I've hurt you before, I know. But I don't think there are any wars left to wage. I think this is the end of an era for Scandinavia. How the fuck does Lombardy own this? God, I hate England this game. What is happening? That's enough for today, though. I'm getting distracted. I want to end the video here. This has been rather incoherent. This might be the last time we're seeing him, so this has been Thordor the Black Skull and his enormous fucking family. I hope you've had a good time. I definitely have. And I'll see you around.